Serena Williams' former coach makes big prediction about Coco Gauff serve as she starts work with new team. When the future serves back, Coco Gauff's redemption story begins. As the sun rose over Arthur Ashe Stadium, Coco Gauff stood on the brink of a tennis renaissance. Gone are the days when her save, a lethal weapon in theory, betrayed her in reality. Enter Rick Mackey, the legendary coach who nurtured greatness. In Serena and Venus Williams, casting a spotlight on Gauff's most volatile shot. HV is diagnosis shop his vision clay, he declared with a few biomechanical modifications her can be rewired in less than a week and become fundamentally sound. PFS, and it was not merely coaching. This was proclamation etched by a seasoned mentor who had watched Gauff navigate storms with the mental grit of a champion. He saw a promise not broken, mechanics a weapon waiting to be unleashed, not something that needed to be tamed. Her feist, once more consistent, had regressed, but Mackey believed it could retain to its former glory, perhaps even ship past 130 mph with sharper placement, if only the reflexes were reprogrammed from the ground up. The plot thickened. Cue the mid-season coaching overhaul. Matt Daly, the technical mind behind Gauff serve rehabilitation, stepped aside. Gavin McMillan, biomechanics expert who had resurrected Arena Sabalenka's serve, entered stage right, waking shoulder alignment, toss trajectory, and shoulder arm synergy in unison. McMillan offered the kind of scientific precision Mackey had long demanded. The narrative was set, past meets future. Mackey's battle tested wisdom, McMillan's technical finesse, Gauff with the athletic DNA of an Olympic sprinter and the composure of a seasoned warrior stood ready to evolve. Gauff was indeed at a career crossroads. Mackey warned her second serve and forehand, both in disrepair, under pressure, threatened to tether her ascent unless addressed with scientific rigor. Yet he remained unwavering in his belief, her resilience, speed, and ironclad mentality with a bedrock of sustained greatness. On match day, as Gauff warmed up with modified tosses and adjusted mechanics, the air felt electric, each save smoother, more controlled, an audible hum of intention rather than panic. Yes, some stumbles lingered. Double faults didn't vanish overnight, but there was promise in the arc, substance in the form, as if Mackey's words had taken flesh. And so began a new chapter, one where Gauff serve as not a liability, but a mastery, not drama, but dominance, with a science-filled approach and belief in her gift. The transformation was not just possible, it had begun. As the U.S. Open advances, all eyes on Coco Gauff, not only for her Grand Slam title defense, but more intriguingly for how her save, a long-running puzzle in her game, might be fundamentally transformed. Central to the story is Rick Mackey, the renowned coach who helped shape legendary careers such as Serena and Venus Williams, who recently made a bold prediction: Gauff serve will become the best on tour. The motivation behind this forecast lies in Gauff's new coaching edition, biomechanics specialist Gavin McMillan, and a renewed plan to rebuild his serve from the ground up. Background: Gauff serve woes and coaching shuffle, persistent struggles despite her stellar successes, 2 Grand Slams, 2023 U.S. Open and 2025 French Open, and a year-end WTA Finals title. Gauff serve has been a recurrent vulnerability. She consistently leads the WTA in double faults and second serve struggles, which have undermined her in critical moments. Throughout 2025, statistically, Gauff's double faults have averaged a staggering 9.2 per match in recent tournaments, the most on tour. Her second serve, when percentages consistently lag behind other top players, Coaching changes. In response, Gauff made a decisive move. Before the U.S. Open, she parted ways with Matt Daly and hired Gavin McMillan, a biomechanics expert credited with transforming Arena Sabalenka. Gauff has already started showing positive signs. During an exhibition match where Mackie observed major biomechanical modifications that seemed to address her serve symptoms, saying when you feel it, you deal it. Mackie's bold prediction, best on tour. The forecast following. Gauff's opening round match against Agel Tomljanovic. Rick Mackie publicly declared that she'll soon have the best serve on tour and a monster kick set. Serve, in his words, when all the smoke clears, Coco will have the best serve on. Tall and a second serve that is a monster kick. Her loose wires and jumping ability to put Humpty Dumpty back together correctly from the ground. Up is untapped, and that smoke will turn into fire. Rationale, Mackie believes. Gauff possesses inherently unique wires, athleticism, and potential that once properly reprogrammed can elevate her, serve to elite status. He has previously stated the core of the issue lies not in the toss, but a biomechanical disconnect, meaning the root problem is technical and fixable tennis head. He even suggested that her second serve could be fundamentally rewired in less than a week or in 1 hour under the right conditions in recent months. He reiterated that Gauff stands a career crossroad with her second serve and forehand, but a science-based plan could restore her competitive edge and possibly unlock double-digit Grand Slam potential. Why this matters. The stakes. Ahead at the U.S. Open, Gauff, the defending champion, will face Donovic in the second round after a shaky opening match plagued by 10 double faults and a second serve success rate of just 45% tennis head. The pressure is intense, not only to defend her title, but to prove the effectiveness of her revamped serving mechanics under the U.S. Open spotlight. Long-term potential. Mackie's confidence isn't just about one tournament. It speaks to what Gauff could become over time if her serve is fixed and gains consistency. She could become world number one and remain there for years, potentially winning double-digit Grand Slams. He also celebrated her mental toughness and athletic foundation, saying her backbone is better than her backhand in her speed akin to a sprinter with a racket. Breaking down Mackie's insight. Biomechanical disconnect overhaul. Mackie offers a precise critique. Gauff's poor performance under pressure stems from technical disconnection, not habit, fatigue, or mental blocks. It can be reconnected through biomechanical, rewiring, speedy transformation, potential. His belief that significant improvements can occur within hours or days suggests a surgical level precision in the correction method. Science-based coaching approach, a combination of biomechanics, McMillan, and technical refinement with Mackie's insights forms a rigorous plan to re-engineer his serve, enabling Gauff to reach and sustain elite levels. Unshakable athletic foundation. Gauff speed, mental toughness, and competitive grit reinforce Mackie's belief that she just needs to fix technical flaws to dominate the WTA Tour. Implications and observations for Coco Gauff. This fresh partnership and glowing endorsement from Mackie elevate expectations considerably. The serve could become the ting point in her evolution from contender to long-term dominator. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share